It was just past sunset in the dusty corner of a forgotten town where streetlights flickered like dying stars. A little girl no older than 8 walked barefoot along the cracked pavement, her tattered dress brushing her thin knees. Her name was Emily, and she carried in her hands 2 small pieces of bread wrapped in brown paper, the only food she could get for her siblings tonight. The hotel kitchen where she sometimes received leftovers had been less generous than usual. But she didn't complain. She never did. Life had taught her that silence was easier than tears. Emily's world was built on sacrifice, her heart stitched with the thread of responsibility far too heavy for her small shoulders. As she walked home under the gray sky, she heard the soft patter of feet behind her. Turning slowly, she saw him, a little dog, no bigger than a pillow, all ribs and sorrow, his eyes large and pleading. He had been following her since the alley behind the hotel. He didn't bark or beg. He simply looked at her with a quiet hunger, like he understood what it meant to go without. Emily stopped. Her grip tightened on the bread. She thought of her baby brother crying last night with hunger, her sister coughing under a threadbare blanket. She thought of her mother's tired eyes, the stress, the hopelessness. But then, she looked again at the dog. His bones poked through his fur like twigs. He wagged his tail faintly, more hopeful than alive. Without thinking, she knelt and unwrapped 1 piece of bread. "I'm sorry," she whispered, breaking it in half. "This is all I have." She placed it gently before the dog. He devoured it without a sound, licking her hand afterward as if to say thank you. Emily stood, dusted her dress, and walked the rest of the way home with 1 piece of bread left. When she stepped through the broken wooden door of their small home, her mother was waiting. "Where's the other bread?" her mother asked sharply. Emily looked down. I gave it to a hungry dog." For a moment, silence filled the room. Then the storm came. Her mother, already worn from days of hunger and years of suffering, slapped her hard. Again and again. Emily fell to the floor, the bread still clutched in her hand. "You fed a dog while your siblings starve?" her mother screamed. "You've earned your bread by giving it away. And now we have no more money." Emily didn't cry. She lay still, her cheek red and burning. Her baby brother whimpered in the corner. Her older sister stared at the floor, too afraid to speak. And then, there was a knock at the door. The room froze. No one knocked on their door. Ever. Emily slowly stood, wiped her tears, and opened it. Standing there was a tall man in a long coat, his beard gray, his eyes kind. Behind him was a woman in a nurse's uniform holding a box. And behind them both, a van with the name Hope Street Outreach printed on the side. "Is this the home of the little girl who gave bread to a dog?" the man asked. Emily blinked. "Yes, that was me." The man knelt beside her, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. "Someone saw what you did. They filmed it. It's been shared online. Thousands of people saw your kindness, and they want to help." The woman stepped forward with the box and opened it. Inside were loaves of bread, fruits, canned goods, baby formula, more food than Emily had seen in a year. Emily's mother gasped and covered her mouth with both hands. The stranger smiled. "You gave when you had nothing. That's the greatest kind of giving." And the world noticed. That night, their home glowed not just with light from a single bulb, but with hope, real hope, for the first time in years. The outreach team didn't just bring food. They brought clothes, books, and promises. They found Emily's mother a small job. They enrolled her siblings in a local school. And the little dog? He stayed. They named him Lucky. Weeks passed. Life changed slowly but surely. But what never changed was the reason behind it all: a little girl, a piece of bread, and a decision made from the heart. In the end, it wasn't the bread that fed her family. It was compassion. And the world, as broken as it sometimes feels, still listens when kindness speaks.